Have you ever thought that you could save someone's life? Well, you can, becoming an organ donor. Today, I'll be talking to you about the history of organ donation, how to become an organ donor, some facts about being an organ donor and how it affects people, and then some statistics backing up why you should be an organ donor. The history of organ donation is quite interesting and has led up to the program we now know. The first transplant was ever recorded was back in 1869 and was first skin transplant. According to the UNNOS, and was in 1954 was the first kidney transplant was successfully done. A doctor by the name of Chris Bernard performed the first heart transplant in 1967 and was performed in Cape Town. The problem with the transplants that they were doing was the possible organ rejection with the limited transplants until the 1980s. In 2001, a number of living organ donors outnumbered the number of deceased donors. And in 2001, there was also a first hand transplant that was performed by the University of Louisville in Jewish Hospital. The Department of Health and Human Services pushed for the first widespread program to promote organ donation in 2003. You might be thinking the process to becoming an organ donor is long and grueling. Just about anyone can become an organ donor. When signing up, it takes minimal time, and if you're under 18, all you need is a parent or guardian signature. You can sign up at the DMV when renewing your license or whenever you want to go in and get it put on your license. Another place is the most convenient, is online. You can pick and choose which organs and tissues you want to donate when you die, and you can change them at any time. So by signing up, you're essentially taking one step closer to saving someone. With all that, it affects people greatly. According to the Mayo Clinic, there are more than 113,000 people on the organ transplant list waiting. And there are people every day waiting for a phone call that never receive one. These people could be your neighbor, your friend, your family member. Most believe that they are too old or nobody can use their organs, which is not the case. There can be one organ that is suitable, that is not suitable, but the rest of the body being just fine and able to being used. Another myth that people believe when donating organs is that they cannot have an open casket funeral. This is not true because usually when they're dressed, they're covering the incisions or using makeup to cover that up. And by donating your organs and tissues, you can better or save up to 75 people. And it is especially important for minorities to become organ donors. This is due to special conditions in their heart, liver, kidneys, and lungs. And more different blood types are more prevalent in other ethnicities. For most people, knowing their family member is helping, or for most family members, it helps them over the grieving process knowing that their family member is donating organs to help other people. So the statistics for organ donations and the people needing organs is very high. As I previously stated, there are 113,000 people on the waiting list for organs as of July 2019. According to the HRSA, there is another person added to the waiting list every 10 minutes. That is 52,560 people every year. That is a lot. So that is a lot of people needing organs. There are also 20 people who die each day waiting for an organ. This shows why people need to donate, because you never know when you are going to be the person on the day that needs an organ. With that being said, 95% of U.S. citizens, adults, support organ donation, when only 58% of those people are actually organ donors. If that percentage was raised ever so slightly, it could cause a massive impact on many people's life. As you can see, donating your organs has been done for many years, and it can greatly affect someone's life and how it can save someone. I've talked to you about the history of transplants, how to become an organ donor, the effects it has on people, and the statistics behind becoming an organ donor. There are so many people on the transplant list. They could be your friends, your family, your neighbors, Take the next step and sign up to be an organ donor today and help someone in need. I'm going to leave you with the famous quote from Oscar Aleek Ice, a writer, venture capitalist, and many more. It takes life to save a life. Sign up to be an organ donor today. I'll now entertain any questions you guys may have.
Are you an organ donor?
I am.
What organs can you donate while you're still alive?
There's a few. You can obviously donate one of your kidneys, obviously not both, but you can, things like that. There is some organs that you can donate while you're still alive.
Do you know anyone that's donated a kidney or anything like that?
I do not know anybody that has donated, but I know that, like, I've had my grandma's got stuff donated to her, and so has my grandpa, so. Thank you.